We are back for our final session of the Bedevilled Birthright. It's going to be the final session either because this party is going to finally win or because they will die horribly and be known as um, just losers for the rest of their existence. uh, Quick reminder, just a month and a half ago or so when we began this, you were given the easy task of protecting the city, protecting the Baron's daughter. However, the Baron and all of you were not aware of just how great of a foe was going for the bounty of the Baron's daughter. You found out that a Earl King, a boogeyman, with a great legion of these dark creatures named abortions would be able to enter into the city. And as they entered into the city, they destroyed the defenses of the city. They killed some townspeople. And it was only by the noble sacrifice of the Baron's daughter that the rest of the town was spared. However, the Baron's daughter did not realize that she did not completely sacrifice herself, but yet stabbed herself with a magical knife containing a serum that just made her appear dead. From there, you had the opportunity to try to take her to the calling her a witch seems like a bad term, but to a lady in the woods who makes brews and other types of elixirs. On the way there, the Earl King learned that little Elise is not dead and began hunting down the party. With last session, you finally made it to this hag's house, only to find out that she had been corrupted by a demon and was able to subdue you long enough to deliver sweet little Elise to the Earl King. You do know that in just a matter of moments, the Earl King could be having his way with Elise. You believe that you have used the exorcism to allow the hag to return back to her kind, normal self. However, you're left with a choice of what you want to do next, and I think our gypsy just wants to take the gold and make this a really short session.
But Bo's still alive, so I can't do it.
Correct. But when we last left off, there was a little cinematic scene that I painted of you looking through a clairvoyance spell and seeing the Earl King has not only captured Elise, but throughout decades captured more and more of these small females, these children, and through years of abuse, of torture, of experimentation, the cribs they sleep in have turned them all into kind of decaying mud, a dirt-like fertilizer substance. And, I mean, Elise's fate will be this if she's not saved. But how many more children could the Earl King reach? Then again, you could just kill Bo and have a lot of money. I think after this clairvoyant spell went off, you'd hear kind of sobbing from the corner. This newly exorcised witch would almost be sobbing, now reaching realization of exactly what the demon caused her to do. And so Teresa would go up to whoever's available. Probably Bo would be the one in charge, but it's no fun to do NPC conversations. So Arnold, kind of to you, but with the others around, just sobbing, she would apologize for what she's allowed to happen to her. and let you know that she can do what she can to assist you.
So I kind of look down at her and put a hand, on top of her head a little bit, and just kind of tell her, say, well, apologies are great, but only God can forgive you. And you must ask him for your forgiveness. That being said, what can you do to help us?
She'll say, I have been under torment from that demon for so long. I do not know how much my own preternatural effects can be trusted. I could try to cast a spell, but it's been so long. I cannot promise it will be all that we wanted, or it could even have negative effects. But she'll walk back into this room that had all the different serums and powders in it, and she'll come back holding up a flat stone with a hole in the middle that formed kind of like a very large medallion, and she will hand it to you.
Okay. And I'll take it from her. And what I was going to say to her too, as she was walking away, is she talks about not knowing what she can do. I'll tell her that I have done horrible things in my life, and yet the Lord God still chooses to work through me for his own mysterious reasons, which is why you were able to be exorcised. He says, if you wish to help, you trust in God that he will work through you as well. And then I'll take the take the stone from her and just kind of look at her like, and say, and what is this?
Well, years ago, I made a pact with an angel. Perhaps that pact can once again come true if I have the right penance for all the wrong that I might have unknowingly done. But the one reason that I have been safe in this forest for all these years is the stone. This has been passed down my family for centuries. With the magic we have, we could easily be a target. However, this stone is a hag stone. But and I threw in chat what it does.
I was say, would I be aware of what a hagstone is, or?
You can roll intelligence. Emmeline would probably be most aware if she was to roll intelligence. Even the gypsy might know what it is. Sarah already gave her a guess in chat.
No.
You got to roll under it, right?
Yep.
Oh, we need to roll which? Our intelligence?
Intelligence, I believe.
I beat my intelligence by 3.
Find my dice.
Or made it by 3, I should say.
Yeah, you would likely have been flipping through your book, looking for fairy weaknesses and whatnot. And you might have a diagram or some type of picture of a stone much like this. The stone looks rather plain. It's not, bedazzled. It's not shining. It's just a typical gray stone, not even cut that well. However, what I put in the chat, basically, whoever is holding this stone protects them from all fairy attacks against them. A fairy can't touch whoever has the stone, and they can't use their magical powers in the presence of the stone. It dispels any magic they have. And if it's hung up in a room, the fairies cannot enter that room.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of look at the stone and kind of glance around. And I'm actually going to hand the stone over to Emmeline and tell her to put this around your neck. And then I'm going to motion to crap. What's Daniel's little redhead's name? Sarah. I'm going to motion to Sarah to come over, and kind of give Emmeline an apologetic look. And I'm going to tell Sarah, you can stay next to Emmeline.
Is that a map to the lair of the Earl King? That's where we're going, right?
It is not a map, but it will protect you from fairies and goblins. And I'm kind of look at Emmeline and tell her to say, do not take it off.
How does it protect you?
With magic.
Okay.
He will not be able to touch you.
Well, he can't touch me anyways.
What?
Because I can't. If he's a fairy, he can't touch me.
Yeah.
Corruption is over 15. Yeah, he can't physically touch me.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
But he can still use his magic on you.
Yeah, of course.
But not if you're next to Emmeline.
Can it kill him?
I don't know.
It's more abjuration than evocation.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that it doesn't, but I'm just going to tell her that I don't know.
Yeah, Bella's now convinced these idiots are going to try to go down there. So he's going to ask the hag.
It's happening.
It's pretty clear my friends are set their minds to confront the Earl King, if not, to rescue Emmeline, if not to confront the Earl King. Do you know of anything that can harm such a powerful fairy?
That is actually really good timing. Well, that didn't line up that well. But in the chat, he would let you know that fairies do have certain weaknesses. Iron is one of them. They're vulnerable to natural fire. They are disgusted by pure crystalline salt. And religion isn't effective against them, but they tend to despise human religion unless it's fairy worship.
Oh, well, you have so many potions and things. Do you have a spare bag of salt?
I feel like it would be insane for her not to have salt.
Maybe she says a lot of pickles.
But she's going to have like a block of salt.
Oh, so probably need to like grind that down into. Or do you have nails? I'll ask her if she has a bag of nails.
Honestly, like if you look around the house, you'll realize that most of the wood and other things she has have like naturally formed her house and furniture, so she has no need for nails.
Don't. Well,
She probably has like blades for cutting her herbs and such.
are our weapons considered iron?
I think your brass knuckles would be brass.
Man is.
But how about like our rapiers and stuff? Is that considered iron or not?
Your rapier would not
Yeah,
be made of iron.
Steel, I
It'd
believe.
be made of steel. However, I do have an iron dagger. But swords made of iron wouldn't be worth anything after one hit.
So
And
break.
the Earl King is relatively strong, so even without the magic, Earl King is certainly deadly with his sword and summoning powers.
and he has all his followers too, right?
Right.
So the thought is, if they just want to grab the girl, that's not going to save her because he can still go get her. So just grabbing the girl is not going to fix it.
The Baron's plan was to move to the Middle East, where there are no forests.
Right.
And so he could be protected there. But once again, this vision of seeing these dozens of other girls.
This is not the only bet or contract he's made. He's made contracts with very, very many people.
Mm-hmm.
So then the question is whether these other characters care about ending these other contracts.
Yeah, I do for sure. So I say, Gypsy, you had said on the day we met, I think, the trick to getting rid of such a fairy would be to bring him out of the forest.
Yes, yes.
Can we not use the girl once you rescue her to lure him out of the forest?
Possibly, yes.
I mean, the Earl King is just some simple animal who is going to be foolish enough to chase you out of the forest. That's one reason he had his minions attack the town instead of himself. So,
yeah, I'm thinking that what's the character's name? Sorry.
Arnold.
Arnold would challenge him to a duel at the edge of the forest.
I'm game.
And then some fancy footwork later, he's out of the forest.
That seems very naive, but I was wondering, we came with a wagon and a box and some other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
How far back did we leave that wagon?
it was on the main road, and you traveled, I'd say 7 or 8 miles on the side road. So unless it's been stolen, it would just be a few miles away.
And I assume that wagon has nails holding it together.
That makes sense.
So we could get nails, a bag of nails if we want.
What do we want, nails?
We could put them into like a cudgel or something to make a mace.
Or make an iron barrier out of it.
Oh, to trap him?
Too bad we didn't bring an iron bird cage.
That I do not have.
Are there I'll ask the hag, are there other people in this area that we could trade with, or is this we're out in nowhere?
I've chosen to live in seclusion. I often have to travel over a day to reach the nearest village I used to sail to.
So I guess the question is whether my compatriots think time is of the essence. Do we have time to go to the wagon? Do we have time to go to another village, or do we have to go straight away?
No, we have to go now.
Yeah, I don't think we have time to get
Then I
to
think we
another village.
At least to
Then
get
I want to take that block of salt and some sort of mortar pestle or file, and I'm going to start making a bag of salt.
Yeah, like I said, I think before we start recording, you guys choose your own victory condition. If your victory condition is just defeat the Earl King, you could have time to plot and have the perfect plan. The thing is, he's not long away from already corrupting, I think would be the kindest way of saying it, young Elise.
Yeah, I think they want to save Elise. So.
We want to save Elise. I do. I don't care about killing the Earl King. I just don't want him to kill us on the way out of the forest.
Yeah, so if we can get the salt, then we can drop a salt barrier between us and him, and it may hold him back.
But we should try to kill him anyway if we get the chance, because he's like a real threat.
We can bring her back to the wagon.
Teresha will speak up and say, those are fine ideas, and you're giving a great effort, but perhaps you do not fully understand where the lair of the Earl King lies. The Earl King and his prisoner are no longer in this realm. He is back in the other world. And
Under the hill.
Other world. And you will have to travel there to save her and confront him. Especially with his new bride, and she'll kind of shudder as she...
Oh, doesn't he have a great feast and wedding ceremony and party going on at this time?
She will say, I do not believe he celebrates. His greatest joy will come from the sadistic way he will treat your small friend.
Okay, how do we get there?
The youngest one is ready to charge.
Yeah, I'm making salt.
You get the salt. My friend is trapped by the Earl King, and I'm not going to stand here and wait. How do we go, old lady?
Old lady. She's
old, right?
Yeah, only a couple centuries, but
yeah.
I believe that I can trust myself with a spell to be able to take you there, but the other world is quite a cruel place for outsiders. It's even a cruel place for the fairies that dwell there. That is the reason why they come to our world. It is a short reprieve from the reality in which they live. And once you go, if you are able to take the girl and escape, the Earl King can easily chase you back here. I would definitely, if I were you, not want to fight him in his own world. But I'd say the success of planning a big fight here only has slightly a greater chance of victory.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at my inventory, and Bella goes, "Oh, look what I found! I have a fireplace poker."
Now it's when the DM look at your inventory and in fact check that you have a fireplace poker.
Hold on, let me check mine as well.
No, I remember you took that from the house when we all could take stuff.
Yeah, he
right.
sure did. I remember now. Because I took the sword and he took the fireplace poker.
Yeah, this whole campaign has been expertly GM'd to have you already pick up the equipment you need.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there going, what the hell is he going to need a fireplace poker for? And that'll teach me not to ever ask that freaking question again.
That's like a point and click adventure.
No, it's Bella, a gypsy. He knows all. You are just foolish aristocrats ready to be fleeced.
Bella, why do you have a fireplace poker? He said, why not?
I have a fireplace poker.
Gypsy, you not question me, huh? You grab me your sword, I grab it this. All right, so here's what I'm guessing. So it sounds like fighting this guy is going to end up horrible.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking the best thing to do is try and get in there, grab her
and run.
Get her the hell out, get her back home, and let them make for the Middle East where there's no forests.
Yeah, but probably he'll intercept us before we get out, so we have to have a way to stand up to him.
Yeah, well,
but only to keep running, though.
In like a typical circumstance, a 4-on-1 fight might be a 50-50 chance of beating him. However, a 4-on-4 fight would have 4 soldiers, not a little girl and a woman who can just put people to sleep.
Which makes me think at one point you gotta move that stone onto Arnaud to fight, because maybe that doesn't mean he can't hit you with a weapon, right?
But that stone is for the whole group? Or
no, whoever's touching it.
Oh, okay.
The stone is to keep the magic user alive.
Yeah.
That was
not enough for you to summon your angel, which I don't have any idea that you could do. So,
well, they keep the power in the presence of the stone, it says.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
But the summoning shit, that's not done like now. That's
how long does it take? Because with the stone, which is probably also angel imbued, maybe both combined might get you an archangel or something. Hopefully.
Let me see.
Michael blows his horn.
I mean, I might be willing to make an exception for you and let you take out the ritual cast, but you'd have to cast it the other way that hurts you.
Okay.
And it'll be interesting if Emmeline's at the point that she'd be willing to cross just how.
What is it called now? Hold on. Summon spirits. I had ceremony. So that takes
evoke
30 minutes.
To do what?
To call that angel or whatever I want to call.
Oh, we don't have time for that.
Hmm?
Can you call on the way?
What?
She said we don't have time for that. Can you call on the way? He was speaking in character.
Oh!
The 14-year-old.
No, I have to work and concentrate.
Well,
I put a hand on Sarah's shoulder and say, it'll be worth the wait, little one. We need all the help we can get.
I think we have to go.
I would actually tend to more lean to call the other extreme, glancing at Arnaud.
Uh-oh.
Bella here's like, are you crazy? You're going to call the devil to work with the devil. No.
No. I think we need to just get her first and to worry about that later. We're in no place to fight the Earl King.
So, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Bella's going to hand each of you a bag of salt.
Huh?
And he's going to say, oh, they may not like it. Either you could throw it in their face or draw a line. Maybe one of the two might stop them. Blow in the face, maybe it'll get in their eyes, and it might make them all. I mean, who knows? You could do one or the other, depending on the circumstances. But here, have some salt, a bag of salt each.
I mean, they're disgusted of pure salt, but
I'm hoping at least they'll give them a penalty, right?
like
you blow it in their face.
If they are distracted, that can only be beneficial. So
yeah. And worst case, it gets in their eyes.
Yes, salt from his eyes, not.
And they start crying like little children.
Oh, and they rub it in their eyes. They go, no, no.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to try to fight this thing. So why don't we just try to be clever and get out of here?
Yeah, I just figure that's in case they catch up with you, and then you could just blow some salt on them or throw it at them, and at least it'll give you a chance to get away.
Yeah.
Preparation, that's all.
As y'all are preparing, Teresa has kind of walked out the back, and she's beginning to prepare the ability to allow you to travel to another realm. Now, traveling to another realm is the same ability that fairies have naturally. And so they will be able to travel back here once you are here. And when you travel back, you'll be right here back at the hag's house, pretty deep into the forest.
Yeah, we can't travel back to somewhere else.
What?
Why can't we travel back to somewhere else? Can't come out of like another tree or something? Or a mirror? Is that how they get around?
I'm not tied down to completely making you follow the rule. There is a chance I'd let you travel someplace else if you can come up with a good way how.
I also asked the hag, I heard time is different in Under the Hill. Is that true?
He said, I have never been there, but the rules of the other world are much different than our natural rules. You can move at a much quicker speed. You do not grow hungry or thirsty as quickly. And so she said, time moves slower, although you will move at the same pace. So I don't know, it's like Inception type dream world stuff.
Then I'm wondering whether we should saddle up the horse, Bo's horse, and leave it here, saddled up. So when we come back, if it's chasing us, at least maybe Bo and the girl could try right away.
Arno?
Yes.
I take Arno to the side. And I say, you know it has to be done. He only wants her. We need to get her and put the stone around her neck. We must not use it to protect ourselves. She is what's important.
So
Then I walk towards wherever the teleportation thing is.
kind of give Sarah the raised eyebrow for a moment and then look back at Emmeline.
But when am I supposed to call
Nope, you cut out.
Okay. What did you hear?
When am I supposed to call? And then
Yeah, when am I supposed to call whatever?
when
What we haven't decided on yet?
When we're in deep doo-doo.
Well, here's my question. How long did it take the hag to get everything ready for us to travel?
He already had like a ceremonial place outside, but well, several minutes.
I didn't know if she'd have time to do it while she was doing that.
Well, you had to clear off the old summoning platform. Or teleportation, set up Stargate, do all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if she doesn't do it now, then she's probably not going to get an opportunity to. So, if we start being chased, so
we can't wait. Is Sarah's opinion?
Yeah,
and Sarah's already waiting.
So.
But before we go in, I think we should just have the horse saddled and ready on the side.
I can take care of that.
And Bella's gonna make sure he knows where this the gems and jewelry that Bo has stashed away. He's gonna make sure he knows which pocket it's in. And
all right.
He's going to point it out to Boo Boo to retrieve at the most opportune time.
Yeah, at this time, Boo Boo is still like unconscious on the ground, probably.
Oh no!
He's coming too, but he's like drunk monkey stage.
Oh, drunken monkey style? Oh, that'd be
like at this point, like he crawls to your shoulder and like rolls down your arm and almost falls off. Like he.
I wonder if I have to leave him behind then. Oh, but time goes faster in the fairyland, so it's better to take him with me. I'll take him with me.
So while she's getting everything done and ready to go, I'll kind of walk over toward Emmeline and just sort of pass on what Sarah's suggestion that Sarah thinks it might be a good idea to. I gave you that necklace to protect you from the Earl King if we get in a fight, but Sarah says we should put it on the girl, and if we do, the Earl King can't touch her.
Yeah, put my hand around that token. And you see that she's absolutely selfish.
That's why I told you and not her.
I'll put a hand on Emmeline's shoulder and I'll say, just keep it on for now. And then we'll do what we must if we need to. I would hate to get into a fight with the Earl King and the ring and the necklace be around the girl and not you. So we'll put it on her if we have to. And just kind of leave it at that. And then I'll start making my way over to where we got to go to zip into the other world.
All right.
Does Bo have any type of iron weapon with him?
He was not smart enough to grab a fire poker. So no.
Yep. He can be cannon. He can be fodder then.
Now,
go get her, Bo.
The Terja will kind of say to our adult as probably Arnold and Kara are like waiting rather impatiently already on like this big relic stone in the back while the other two are coming. And he will say, that horse is fast, but the Earl King, his revenant mount is much quicker. Although this forest has been my home for a while, while you're gone, I can go ahead and try to light a fire and create enough to destroy a portion of the forest. a safe haven where you might be safe.
By destroying the forest.
Guess you can't leave the forest if there's no forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It creates like a clearing.
Okay.
And so while you're waiting for the others, you can help her begin to light some of this brush away from her house. She looks kind of saddened, realizing that once this fire gets out of control, it will all but probably destroy her house. And along with that, it might also destroy the summoning stone that gets you back here.
Oh, sorry. You're. Sorry about that. Had to fuss at my kid. What is the summoning thing made out of? Is it made out of stone?
It's a stone, like
firewood
relic, but there are other. Yeah, firewood destroy it. You'll be fine. Tell yourself that. You're cool.
Whatever makes you sleep good.
Yep.
So I look at the old hag and I say, so did I hear you correctly? You said his revenant mount.
Yes. He is an expert equestrian, which I forgot. Are you one too? Yeah. So he has the same ability. Let me see if I can. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, good thing I didn't give you that item. Blah blah blah. Basically, his horse. He has a very quick horse. He changes it every now and then, but it's been rumored either to be a zoomorphic revenant or a transformed fairy.
Well, if it's a revenant, I can try and take care of it.
If it's a fairy, you could take the token.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I say I just was curious about when they said that we can try and deal with the horse when we get there and just see what happens. I was more thinking about trying to kill the horse.
Well, I could actually command it a little, but if he's under the control of the Earl King, probably I won't be able to wrest control from him. But. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right. Let me get back to my page. As you all step, everybody good to go?
Yeah.
Consensus. All right. As you step onto this platform, Teresa is going to begin lighting these different types of incense all around you. And pretty soon the smoke is just going to be so overwhelming that you'll begin coughing. And before too long, you will completely stop coughing because you are no longer in your solid body. You have now joined this smoke as it's rising up into the sky. And being in the ethereal body, as you look down, very quickly rising, you see the forest. You see where he's left you and begins striking the tinder, trying to burn off big rubbish. And as you go higher and higher and kind of leave the atmosphere, you'll enter into a whole nother plane. This plane is just very faintly lit and translucent. And every now and then, another slightly visible kind of smoky figure will pass by you. And the higher you get, it's kind of like being on a country road late at night. Every now and then, you'll see another spirit pass by. Some of these spirits look like great beasts. Others like demons. You see other spirits just newly passed people who are on their way to more angelic places. But besides from the fright, make a feint roll.
I faint.
You faint?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I sigh.
Yeah, so Sarah's fog faints.
Yep.
But you see all of these like horrific beings pass by you, some kind beings pass by you. And then after a while, it's almost as if, if you got heavier, you'll begin to descend from this atmosphere. And once you pass this great expanse of gray fog, you'll land in what appears to be a jungle. Most people like fairies because they bring kind of the whimsical, magical thing to the earth that some people think can be so boring. But in this other realm, the whole world around you is full of these large, colorful flowers. It's full of just like mischief, large versions of woodland creatures. And it's kind of like when you get a dessert that's too sweet. Being surrounded by so much fairy is almost comically annoying and scary to you. But you see in this experience of these huge wildflowers and this dirt road that is bright pink that seems to lead you to another place.
I shudder while I'm securing Sarah's head.
Yeah, she'd be unfainted at this point.
Yeah, I only fainted for 2 rounds. So,
but then again, time moves slower here. But yeah.
Okay. So when I'm not fainted,
No, you're good.
All right. Then I would see. This looks like clearly where we need to go, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Bella will definitely take up some dirt from the ground to have some fairy dirt dust with them to put away in another bag.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I don't know, back in the 90s, like colored sand and stuff used to be big. So it's almost just like this brightly colored sand. All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to reach up and grab my cross and just hold it tightly as I walk forward.
All right. Yeah, so in the middle of like this whimsical forest, the 4 of you are like moving exorcism style down this road. You hear, noises of what would be small animals elsewhere, but even a little chittering of chipmunks and rabbits appears to be like a much larger, terrifying sound than normal. However, you're able to make your way farther and farther down this path, and you'll reach a crossroads. And this crossroad will point you several different directions. However, you see, kind of leading down off a cliff, there is a arrow that points toward the Earl King's lair.
I stare at that arrow and shake my head. This is unbelievable. This ego.
I think it's very convenient that there's a sign.
Bella's probably playing some chords on his accordion.
Am I able to use? Are you able to like maybe use tracking?
Yeah.
To see if like this is legitimate.
It could be a trick, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe tracking falls under, is it wisdom?
It would make sense that it's wisdom. And I get a +1. And I get a 4.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Honestly, you would know that the Earl King is fairly distinguished in this area. So the shine does look like it could be. It's just like a whimsical, candy type land that points to like Fairy Queen and the edible forest.
So it would make sense that he would have something like that then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Just kind of glanced at everybody else and see. Do we just want to walk to the front door? Or
I think that's what we should do. It's what he would expect that we wouldn't do.
Probably, yeah. Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, and so as you kind of walk and overcome the cliff, you see what appears to be a couple miles away, through past all this forest. There is a small little hill where you believe the arrow is pointing. This is a little bit reclused from the majority of this forest. However, there is still, clearly signs of the fairy charm that leads up to it. But you can tell that he's kind of intentionally moved away from living in such like a bright, colorful place.
So I have an idea. I could approach.
Oh my god. Uh-oh.
Because he obviously likes little girls. And you could sneak in and get her. And then once you've got her safely away, hopefully I'll see and I will follow.
But how do you want to escape then?
Yeah.
He's got you.
No, well, I will run.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
No. That's almost
He's going
to like tiny forests.
No. He will chase you because you have her. And then when you do what you should, and I look at Arno,
I do not think this Earl King is very picky on who he has. He may be happy to have you instead of your
he's
friend.
had opportunities to have me, and he never did.
Damn.
Twice I've encountered him.
The young girl makes a point. And I still do not like it.
Or the opposite. You three go to the door and I sneak in. One or the other. But I feel like if we all just walk in, he's going to corner us all.
What will you say to him when he asks you, how did you get there? Surely he knows who you are.
Magic. That's how it was explained to me.
Yeah. Touche. Well, shit.
Still sounds like a stupid idea, but if you
I don't know if it does or not, to be honest. It's better than any of the others. Which there hasn't been any. So
I think we just sneak in.
He'll not be able to sneak in. He probably already knows we're here.
Oh, then there's no point. We should just walk in then.
Okay.
Maybe he has some retainers. Maybe he has some retainers here we could talk to.
perhaps we search for a way in the house, and if that does not work, then we will follow the girl's plan.
Yes. Yes, maybe he must have many, many servants. Let's see if he has a servant that we could talk to.
Oh, okay. Good idea. Sneak around the back. Try to find a way in.
As you kind of get to the edge of this fairy forest, you do notice that there are several small men who are stationed around the entrance to this cave where the Earl King has his lair. Although, they're kind of far away, you can't see them very well. They're kind of benching, chattering, and giggling. Kind of reaches you, causing your...
So I tell, maybe I make a distraction. I play some accordion, make gypsy magic. They come talk to me, and while they distracted, maybe you sneak in, eh?
Okay, so I move away from the gypsy then.
Yeah, isn't there this rumor or this telling that gypsies attract spirits?
Yes, but
elf
fairies
folk?
are not spirits.
I wasn't
Yeah, they're not
finished.
undead things. So I'm gonna make sure they go some opposite direction from where I am, and then I'll play my accordion as I approach where they are, and I will start my gypsy entertainment.
All right. So how far away are you going to move from the others?
Like leave them, like if they're on the left, I go to the right, like maybe more than out of sight, right? Have them be out of sight.
Yeah, we're going to stay in the woods and walk in the opposite direction.
All right.
So we're not standing where he walked out of the woods.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. So like, make it look like I'm alone, right?
All right. So you're going to kind of walk up toward them.
Yeah, I'll be playing the accordion while I'm going up there so they hear me from a distance as I come up. And then I'll gauge their reaction. Like if they start pulling out weapons and attacking, then there's not much to do, right? But if they seem to be neutral or friendly, then I will continue moving up and doing my entertainment, my gypsy entertainment.
All right, great. So go ahead and roll charisma for that.
Yeah, and I get a +1.
And I think you get that from your gypsy ability.
Yeah, I made it.
You made it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to definitely attract these things attention, and they're going to look at you in a little bit of awe and curiosity. As you get closer, you see that these look like little men. They have green skin, large red eyes, very large pointed nose, and long pointed ears. You'll immediately realize that these are goblins, and they don't appear to have any weapons, but they'll begin moving toward you in amusement.
Friends, and I do some dancing and stuff. Do you perchance like dice games or cards or dancing? I provide many types of entertainment. I am Bella, the Magnificent.
You can tell they understand you, but they're not chattering in a language you can understand. But when you say cards, I'm not sure how red eyes light up, but you see them kind of look up to you in really big curiosity, and they begin looking in their pockets, pulling out random coins and knickknacks to gamble.
Oh, very, very good. I have this amazing game. I have these cards, and you see there's this queen here, and there's these 2 2s, and I move them around, and if you can guess where the queen is, you can win things.
All right.
Things.
These goblins appear distracted for now. What are the rest of you doing?
I run for the door.
What? Okay. Okay.
I try to make a grab at her, and I'm like,
Yeah, try that.
All right. Well, we better hope that this game keeps them really distracted.
I mean, I'm just gonna be like, when she tries to run, I'm gonna be like, oh, and try and just reach out and grab her, and if I can't, then we'll decide what to do.
Would he be able to grab Kiara? Or
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you didn't know I was going to run.
I sure didn't. But if you had to run past, I don't know.
Yeah, I was
on it. Let her go.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, what do you want? Was it an attack or something to catch me? I don't know. You can certainly try.
I think there should be like a dexterity contest. I'd probably give you maybe like a +2 and him a -2. Or maybe +1, -1 might be fair. Like give you the advantage.
Okay. I rolled a 4 under.
She made it.
You don't even realize she's gone.
She gone.
You don't even realize she's gone until she's like halfway to the door.
Yeah.
Who's running that? Oh!
Somehow, though, a voice in your head says, "Remember what I told you."
Wow.
Yes, I'm going to run to the door.
All right, Arnold and Bella.
Yeah, I'm still distracting them while.
Sorry, Arnold and Emmeline.
It's almost the same.
Yeah, I just kind of look at her and say, do we follow her? I don't know. We can't let her go alone.
Yeah, I look at you accusingly, and
it is not my fault. She was supposed to be next to you.
Yeah, I don't listen anymore. I'm already running.
I'm gonna run after her and go, God damn it, and shit, and then run off behind both women. So I guess we're all running for the door.
Yeah.
All right. So these things, I don't know, goblins are actually fairly intelligent. Mm-hmm. Now, Bella, I think, unless you have a certain way of cheating at this card game.
I have sleight of hand.
You have sleight of hand?
I do cheat.
What bonus is sleight of hand? Okay, +3 to misdirection. All right. So, +1. My bad.
Yeah, +1.
So you can roll dexterity. This will be a contest.
Yeah.
And you get, +1. These goblins, you're just going to roll intelligence, I guess, or wisdom, which they're the same.
I rolled 3 out of 14.
All right. Yeah. Even with the contest rules, they rolled so high. And you see them like discussing amongst themselves. They follow this pretty well. And they're almost snickering at you because people normally think that goblins are really stupid. Thanks, Gygax. But goblins can actually be crafty creatures. And so they've been following the whole time. They're whispering to each other. And they all think they know the right one. And they point to it. And you flip it over and it's not the queen.
Oh, and I scrape over their money, right?
Yeah, and you collect their money. And immediately, as you take their money, they'll begin arguing and like sneering, getting ready to fight you. And
no. I give you another chance to win it all back, but you have to put something down. So this would be fair. You put 1 down, and you can win 2 back from the pile, right? And they go, "Let's try it again."
You see one of them, kind of angrily, begin staring really deep at you, and his eyes, his red eyes, kind of begin to get a little bit smaller, beaming at you. He's going to be casting Elf Stroke on you. However, as he's casting this, Emmeline and Arnold kind of pass behind these goblins with the stone. And you begin to feel a little bit of throbbing in your temple. But as the stone passes behind the goblins, you'll see that the eyes begin turning like big and red, like normal goblin puppy dog eyes. And the goblin looks at confusion, wondering why his magic didn't work.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch them, make sure they get inside before I let them win back, right? But I'm gonna keep them on the hook until I see that they're out of sight, and then I'll let them win back what they lost.
All right. Shara, you're gonna reach you weren't doing any stealthy at all, but just like your quiet, small footfalls behind the goblins concentrating, they wouldn't notice you. You're going to run and be able to open the small gate that blocks the mouth. And to your right, you see a very large pin that looks like a pig pen. However, there's no pigs in it. However, as you kind of look across like this strange, muddy base, you're going to begin to see the shape of small skulls kind of bobbing up and down, trying to catch your breath.
Okay, I do not faint.
All right.
That was close, though.
And you're going to realize that these are some of the oldest victims of the Earl King, which have all but completely been disintegrated into this muddish form. He keeps them out here, like near the front entrance, and they've just been destroyed so much. Even though time passes slowly here, it seems that they've been here for centuries, if not longer, just being little more than worms which kind of go through the dirt. Earl King hasn't even looked at them, even in his trips in and out of his lair for a while. And so you'll be able to run on forward, and you'll see kind of past this little cage he has. There's a little bit of rustic beauty to his lair. A whole lot of flowers decorated, the furs of animals. You see there's a small fire burning in a fireplace. And in one of the back rooms, you hear kind of like sleeping mumblings, and you recognize the voice as Shara. Not Shara, as Elise. Those same mumblings back when you used to spend the night at her house and wake her up, and you used to, Shara, stop it, let me sleep. But you kind of hear that same sound. However, you're not the one trying to awaken her this time.
Okay, so I'm gonna run towards the fireplace and look for something that I can keep, like, light on fire.
All right.
Use as a weapon. And then I'm going to head towards that door where the sound is coming from. So I'm going to torch if I can. I don't know, whatever I can use to.
Yeah.
I don't have anything, so I had to pick it up. Maybe like dried flowers or something.
Yeah, I mean, those things will burn relatively quickly.
Yeah.
But you can try to just set something on fire, either animal skin or flowers, or just find. I'll give you a second to come up with, think of kind of like a natural hunting lodge type area in here with, I guess, flowers. That would be very common. But if you can think of anything that you can find. As she's lighting this is probably when Arnold and Emmeline would make it to that very first pit with a dozen or so girls that have been reduced to nothing but basically floating bodies in the mud. And in the far vision, you would see Shara begin lighting something on fire and running toward one of the back rooms.
My eyes widen.
Yeah.
I rush after her.
So if the chairs are stuffed with anything, I probably would rip that open. I'm assuming that'd be flammable, like hay or something. If not, the other option would be that if there's logs in the fire, I just try to grab one that doesn't have a part that's on fire. Maybe wrap my hand in one of the furs, or I'll even burn it if I have to. And I'll just grab a log that's on fire because I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing it.
Yeah, a log on fire sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll just grab this. One end's not lit, and I just grab it.
Make a dexterity check.
Okay. Oh, 1.
All right, yeah. Yeah, you kind of had to dig near the bottom of the pile for one that is kind of on the edge, but you're able to reach it and grab it without burning yourself. And then you hurry and run. As you're running, it's kind of dark besides the light that they're in the room. But with this torch you have, as you're running, you begin lighting up what's around you. And it's just these dozens and dozens of small cribs with these girls at different state of decay to each side. I won't make you roll since you've seen enough of this. But
yeah, I think I fainted the first time when I started.
Yeah. Yeah. But very quickly.
Does it look like to me? I mean, and I won't. If it takes time to stop to do it, I won't actually spend time. But does it look like to me that those cribs will be flammable? Like, do they look like they're made like out of old wood or something?
Yeah, they're made out of wood.
All right. I'm not going to stop, but I'm going to burn them, though. Not yet.
Yeah, as you begin running to the very end, you'll see the largest crib. It's covered in like a bed of moss and dried leaves. Mm-hmm. And you're going to see laying on it is Elise. And just on the other side of the bed is the Earl King, kind of in his elderly male form with the mossy fingernails that you saw just a couple years ago. However, he stripped himself of all his clothes, and you see kind of this emaciated grayish body he has, only covered with like a mossy loincloth. But he's trying to awaken Elise at this point.
Okay, I don't faint. That was one away from fainting. All right, so
okay.
That's I'm going to try to, and I'm sure that this is going to require some kind of roll or whatever. If she's got lots of leaves and stuff on her, I'm going to try to like rush in, push the leaves like towards him, and light them on fire, and then hope that works.
You could try to throw your torch to like the side of the bed that he's on.
Yeah,
and that would light those leaves.
Yeah, but okay, that's fine. But I don't want to light her on fire. Is my
yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think if you just threw your torch, you could throw it enough over her.
Okay.
To catch him.
Mm-hmm. That's my plan.
And so that would work relatively well. Honestly. I'm trying to think. I think I'm just going to throw it, and I'll have the Earl King make a dex roll to see if he can get out of the way in time.
Okay.
He does not. And so you'll hear like a loud shriek as this older guy is kind of engulfed in fire. However, now you and Elise are kind of cornered to one side of this crib. And this flaming man is kind of crawling over the bed trying to reach y'all.
Great.
So,
yes.
It's my intention just to whatever order it happens in that I'm going to try to, since she's asleep, I'm going to try to pull her behind me or crawl in front of her so that I'm between her and him. That whenever that happens. Yeah,
so we'll say that you just kind of pull her and she's waking up and just under her breath. Shara,
run.
Where are we?
Run! You're in hell, but you can get free.
Uh-huh. And you can see her like try to crawl up, but she still has to overcome this magical potion that he was stabbed with. And so she tries to perk herself up, but her body's kind of limp. He just falls back saying, I'm too tired. I'll play with you later.
So how big is she?
Dead you won't.
How big is she? Is she like the same size pretty much?
Sherry, were you 12?
Yeah, I'm 12.
Yeah, I think Elise was 16. And
Okay.
so she is a little bit larger than Sarah, but
still
probably,
small.
yeah,
All right.
5 feet,
So
less
what
than
I-
100 pounds.
What I can try to do, you said the Earl King is basically trying to crawl across the bed, but he's on fire.
Yep.
So what I'll do is I'll try and step over to Elise, and I'll pull my pistol out and just see if I can just shoot him. Just fire the one bullet I have and see if I can slow him down. And then I don't know, I'll be able to do it all in the same round, but then I'll try and just basically just pick her up and just sling her over my shoulder or whatever, and then we'll just all start running.
Yeah, you two are a little bit farther away, but you'll make it about the time that Shara throws this like Molotov torch.
Okay.
And you will be able to take a shot. So go ahead and roll for that.
Okay. That's a dexterity, right? For a range shot?
Yep.
Okay. That's my best one of my best attributes. Wow. Off the table. Shit. Son of a bitch. No bonuses or anything, right?
Do you have any type of weapon bonus? I can't remember.
Trying to look.
I mean, you can have an asset that's a good shot if you had that, but
I don't think I do. Danger bonus, demonology, feat of dexterity. What does that do? Oh, that's like
you can raise your strength or dex by 3 points once a day. So if you failed by less than 3.
I did. I got a 17, and I need my strength. My dexterity is a 15, and I rolled a 17.
Yeah. So if you use that feat of dexterity on this shot, you would be able to.
All right. I will do that.
All right. So yeah, with him flaming, it's pretty obvious what the target is, and you're able to hit him. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
Okay. What is the damage on a pistol? I don't think it's actually written on here.
It's typically 1d6 for everything, so unless your pistol's different.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't. Let's see if it's on this page. Oh, nope. Okay. 1d6. Come here. I got a 4.
All right. Nice. Yeah, and right before the flaming man is about to dive toward you, Shara, you'll kind of hear a gunshot and see smoke and see him like fall down for a bit, still in this burning bed. Emmeline, are you here?
Yeah, sorry, I had my 24-hour disconnect.
You're good. Basically, Shara has set the Earl King on fire, and Arnold has shot him. Right now, the Earl King trying to like crawl across the bed, getting to where Shara and Elise are. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, all my spells look again very useful. Say again, what did Sarah try? She tried to set him on fire, and that didn't work? Or
well, he threw a torch on top of the bed, and so he is flaming on top of basically a bed of foliage and moss. So the bed is pretty much flaming too. Surrounding you, basically to either side, Arnold is moving toward the old king, but on either side of you are just cribs of these decaying small girls that he's kidnapped.
But he starts burning.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know if you were still disconnected but I stepped over to Elise and shot him with my pistol too. So he's been wounded with a bullet or musket ball. The plan was to snatch her off the floor because she's having trouble staying up her own powers. Snatch her up off the floor, and then all of us just haul ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do shit.
You can grab the girl.
Oh, I thought he wanted to do that. Yeah, I can do that.
You can get her up and get her moving that way, and then I'll snatch her. I mean, I'm the strongest of all of you, so.
Yeah, and I immediately go for the door, back for the door.
Did you say that you were grabbing?
Yeah.
All right. How big are you?
Average.
Yeah. Picture, she looks rather petite.
Yeah, you can kind of try to get Elise up on your shoulder.
Well, I have 13 strength.
You're pretty strong.
She can try to pull her off the bed. She's still laying on the bed, right? So you can try at least pull her up off the bed.
Yeah. Just roll a strength for me. She's just shy enough.
Plus, I'm sure Sarah would help too.
Yeah.
Yeah, made it.
All right. Yeah, so you're able to kind of pull her off and begin carrying her. Begin the process of carrying her out of the room.
Yeah.
Bella, you're probably in the second card game at this point. You saw the party enter, but they haven't left yet.
Okay. So I'm going to get them more excited. I go, we need to up the stakes. You see this chamber pot with teeny forest in it? It's not just a chamber pot with a teeny forest. And I knock on the side, and the clay and dirt falls off, and it's gold. It's a gold chamber pot.
Roll charisma. I think you have like some type of.
Yeah, I made my charisma.
Yeah, like at this point, these goblins think they're on the Price is Right, but they're like clapping and like, oh my gosh, definitely.
Yeah. You want to win this prize? It's a gold chamber pot with a small forest in it. You have never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, and the goblin lady's like, oh, what genius thought of a tiny forest? Brilliant. All right. This is going to be the Earl King's turn. Even though he can fire and like this shot has taken him out, he's still in pretty good form. So he's going to reach out and try to grab the girl. The girl is gone. So instead, he's going to be grabbing toward the direction of Sarah, which is the small form he sees at the edge of the bed. Sarah, I need to make either a dexterity or a strength.
Okay. I'll do dexterity because it's better for me.
All right.
12. 9. That would have made strength too.
Yeah, he's going to fail. He's still on fire. So he kind of reach and trip over the bed. And now the whole bed is burning. He's getting near the end. But even though his gray skin has been on fire and burning, it appears there's like a slick covering over it. Because, I mean, he's getting hurt, but he's still a long way from dead. Sarah?
Okay, so I want to try to use faith. I'm going to pull my cross out. And I'm going to say, stay back, you dirty old man. And, yeah.
Hey kids, this is Ed. How you doing?
I'm
Well,
gonna do
a bit
that.
of a rough day at work.
What
Nothing
happened? Oh my god, I clicked on
cures a
some.
rough day at work better than Kickstarter fulfillment. So.
Okay, I don't know if you guys heard all.
Huh?
We did.
Video just started up on my.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That better be a sponsor. Yeah, that's your sponsor.
It's all of a sudden like,
dude.
okay. Yeah, I'm trying to use faith. I was trying to click back on my PDF so I could see exactly. I think it's a charisma.
Yeah, oh, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Players, innocent.
Yeah. I get a because I'm a pure innocent or whatever, but it's
using faith. Yeah, if you have a perversity of 6 or lower and you present a religious symbol against supernatural evil.
Yeah.
And I would say that the Earl King is pretty evil, so I'll give that to you. His perversity is high, at least. So this is a charisma contest.
Right.
I'm going to pull up context if I roll well. He rolled pretty good.
Okay, and I also roll? Is that how it works?
Yep, you rolled 2.
Okay. Well, I also rolled pretty good. So I rolled a 4. My charisma is 16 and I get a +1.
All right, yeah.
13 more.
He rolled a 4 under 12, so you would have been better. So, yeah, for some reason, he's not going to be able to move near you, and he kind of is just sitting on this burning bed.
Okay. So if I can, and maybe it's next turn, I don't know. I want to like kind of slowly start to move away from him, because the rest of the party's leaving. At least Emmeline's leaving with the girl, right? So I'm gonna try to like go towards her, like back up, like I'm leaving too, but I don't try to hold him back with
Right. Arnold, you see this little girl present a cross in a way that you would envy. You realize that for some reason he's compulsed away from her. So, what would you like to do?
Okay. Well, when I shot, did it slow him down at all?
I mean, you hurt him.
Okay, but all right. So I guess the idea is to stick with the original plan, which is basically move to where Elise is and just toss her over the shoulder, pull out the iron dagger, and just try and get everybody to run out, just get out of the house.
Yeah. I've realized Bo has not done anything yet. Is there anything you'd like Bo to be doing at this point?
I think Bo should probably be trying to
carry Elise out, right?
Well, he can either carry Elise out, or he can bring up the rear as we're running out and try and keep the Earl King at bay. It's at least he could do for letting her get taken the first time.
All right. Yeah, he can bring out the rear. Yeah. Emmeline, you continue to carry.
No, I'm gonna actually take her.
But you're actually useful.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm also strong.
Hello?
No, Bo or Emmeline should carry the girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll let. All right. Well, then let's let. I'm just worried. I don't trust Bo any further than I can throw Bo. That's my problem. All right. So I guess we'll let Bo carry her, and then I'll bring up the rear.
Okay. Emmeline, what are you doing?
Follow?
All right. I won't make you make a follow roll. And now these goblins are competing for the chamber pot. Bella, so are you doing the card thing? Because you kind of see over the goblin's shoulders that
is there smoke coming out of the hut?
No, it's kind of deep enough in the back of this cave area that you wouldn't be able to see the smoke, but you would be able to see the party like rushing out of the cave.
Yeah, so I'll still do the I'm still gonna make them lose on this one, and then once I see they're out of the way, then and if I see smoke, I'm going to point out the fire to them. But it just
All right.
depends on timing.
Yeah, go ahead and make your deck sleight of hand roll.
I made it, but well, it depends. So I have also. I realize I have sneaky and wily. Does that also add?
Let's see if I can remember what sneaky does. I think sneaky's more stealth. Yeah, stealth. You have wily. Wily is fraud, so wily would apply.
Okay, so with the wily, then I actually make it.
Yeah. This would typically be a contest, so they would get a chance to roll too.
Okay.
However, you're going to hear a very large whistle sound, and as these goblins are beginning to find out, like now they're confused because you beat them once, and so they're not all pointing to the same card. But immediately as this whistle happens, these goblins are going to kind of strike two and turn around and begin moving toward the mouth of the cave. And along with that, you see several more goblins begin making their way out of the woods. So even though the Earl King can't quite pursue right now, he's trying to get these goblins to stop you.
Okay. Did I see everybody leave already, or?
They're coming toward the mouth of the cave, so these goblins can see them as they turn around.
Oh, crap. Do I have anything? I don't think just throwing stuff, that's not going to distract them enough. So they're turning around?
Yeah, like all of them are moving toward the cave. This is like the alarm.
Okay. Is there one, the furthest behind them? Is there one that's furthest behind?
I mean, they were all kind of in front of you, and they haven't really moved that far yet.
So how hard is it to sneak after? So I'm wondering, is there any possibility of hitting one with a fireplace poker and then try and sneak away? But it's a little bit hard since I'm right in front of them.
Well, they're not focused on you right now. They're focused on this whistle.
Yeah, so I'm going to whack one in the back of the head with a fireplace poker.
All right, yeah, so go ahead and roll your...
Is it strength?
Yeah, it'd probably be strength of poker.
Yeah, I rolled a 2, so I actually hit.
You will hit.
It's at die 6 plus the damage bonus?
Yeah.
Wow, 7 points.
Yeah. Explain how you just slayed one of these goblins with a fire poker.
Okay, so they're turning. I look at the one that's the closest to me, and I just like take the fireplace poker up with both my hands and just hit him on the top of the head, and then there's a sploosh sound, and then that goblin falls forward onto like the ones in front of him. So like, and then like his brain sort of rolls across the dirt, like in front of all of them, right? It rolls past them and then onto the ground in front of all of them.
Yeah, somehow you've made the firehouse poker a more like dangerous weapon than anything else in this game.
Well, everything else they're immune to, though.
That is true. I'm not sure. I wouldn't say completely immune, but definitely weak against iron. So go ahead and make a dex roll. You do have sneaky if you're still trying to get away.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get away now. Yes, I made a 13 plus 3, 16. Yeah, 13 out of 16.
All right. Yeah, and so you'll be able to like run through these forests, hoping that it doesn't hold any great dangers. But you realize just a great horde of goblins are now making their way toward this cave. Back on the inside, Bo is going to be running out of the cave. One of the goblins is going to try to stop him, but he's just going to try to like shoulder charge past him with the girl. So Bo will be able to kind of like knock one of these goblins out of the way, but you guys do see more and more like an infestation of goblins beginning to embark in your position.
Hurry!
Arnold,
Yes.
you got the back. So you see that the Earl King is kind of trying to shake this fire off on him. You actually see him dive into one of these other like fresher cribs, and it's just trying to get all this mud on his skin to quench the fire. You would be aware of these goblins ahead, but what would you like to do?
So we're still moving, but
Yep.
is there anybody, are any of them close enough to me to make to the group to be a danger yet?
I wouldn't say in the position that you're in, since you're near the back, but you can see that goblins, there's still a little bit of panic for goblins not quite know what's going on, but you do hear noises through the forest as more and more goblins under the command are trying to hunt y'all out.
Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is while we're moving to wherever we need to get to try and get out, I'm just going to be looking for anybody that basically I'm just guarding. So anyone that tries to come to intercept the group, I'm going to try and intercept them.
Emmeline?
Yeah, I'm following.
All right.
I'm absolutely useful.
Are we passing through this first room yet, or are we still in the crib room?
Yeah, I'd say that you're you've already passed through that room. So if there's anything you wanted to get, you could have grabbed it.
Yeah, because I was going to say I would yell to them to burn the place down as we go through. Because if we throw fire here, probably can't get through it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the other
So that's what I yelled to Emily as you're going through. Burn it down.
Yeah, okay. I cast with a flick of my wrist, Sorcerer's Hand, and I grab one of those fireplace burning logs or something and throw it into the next convenient curtain or something, or tapestry.
Yeah. Like I said, a lot of this room is just flowers and furs and stuff. So you're definitely able to burn a good bit.
Very good.
All right. Sarah?
Yeah, so I mean I'm keeping him in view because as long as he's in view, it doesn't break the faith.
All right.
And I'm walking. I guess I'm last technically because I'm keeping him at bay.
Yeah, so you'll see that he like jumps into one of these mud cribs to try to get out of fire. Now, the one bad thing about burning down this room is as the flames get higher, you will need to back away. Definitely to the front, both yelling at you, saying that you need to make it back to the area so you can go back to the right plane before these goblins get up on y'all.
Yeah, my plan, which might not be successful, but this is my plan, is to try to stand like in that doorway in between, like just as I see the fire come out behind me, and then eventually, like when I think it's probably as late as I can possibly go, which is probably too late, I'm going to then run basically because I probably can't walk backwards through fire, so wouldn't be very safe. So I'll probably then have to drop the faith and run.
Yeah, Arnold, you realize that the other three, well, right now, kind of Bo is trying to run and get back. Meanwhile, Emmeline has taken a little bit of time with her sorcerer's hand. Sarah is just watching the door. So Bo is beginning to be by himself with the girl. She's going for the circle, and the rest of you are kind of bringing up the rear.
Oh, is he gonna do that again? That dick.
So, I mean, I didn't make him do that. Y'all the ones that decided to stay behind for a while.
Well, I thought she was with Emmeline. Oh, great. Why did we give her-
Emmeline is using short hand. So that's gonna like take some of her time.
No, I mean I thought Emmeline was carrying the girl. All right.
No,
Gave her to Bo.
Oh, that was smart. I'll just point out that you criticized my ideas. You fucking give her to the guy that killed it the first time.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that was my thought originally, but then everybody's like, "Yeah, but you're useful."
Yeah,
I'm
now
like,
he's gonna
okay.
kill her a second time.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I mean, I guess I don't know that, so I'm just staying. Because my plan is to hopefully keep him at bay long enough that I can run through the fire, then the fire will keep him at bay long enough for it to get back to the teleport. That's my plan.
Yeah.
That's the whole other thing.
Yeah.
I have a child.
Elise is beginning to ask Bo, like, why is he doing here? You know, where are we? Who are these small little green men who are trying to kill you? You know, the typical questions you ask when you wake up. Bella, at this point, you're pretty well hidden in the forest.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for. Is this like are there lots of dead dry leaves, or is this really wet? Can
No,
any of this underbrush
This is like a magical fairy forest. It's more like waxy type leaves.
waxy? That's okay. So I was thinking of trying to, if while hidden, look for how to set maybe a fire break of some sort.
You guys are going to set the whole other world on fire. That's your plan?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Watch out for season 2 of the Bedevilled Birthright, where the whole fairy realm come after the people who burned down their home place.
well, but that way we won't need tiny forests.
Well, yeah, the thing is, burning down this forest won't help you in that way, because...
Yeah, but if they're all dead,
No,
we
we'll
don't
burn
need
the whole
tiny
forest. I
forests.
basically want to create a line, right? Because I know where we want to go. So
Yeah.
I create a line of like the dead leaves and whatever of strange things.
You know exactly where you want to go through the main roll. Roll a wisdom for tracking, because you're kind of in the middle of the forest. A little bit hard to know where you're going to go.
And I think I failed. 15. Yeah, I failed.
You're burning a path to somewhere.
Okay, that's fine. I'm being useful.
All right. Goblins are going to begin making their way toward the cave. A couple are heading toward Bo. Let me roll some attacks. Well, I finally rolled a good attack against the NPC. That's 2 1s. Bo, basically, one goblin's going to be able to get under Bo's legs and trip him up a little bit. The other one's just going to jump right on his back and be able to bite him right in the neck. So Bo is just trying to shake off these goblins while carrying the girl, but holding her is greatly hindering his ability to defend himself. We can move time round here about 10 seconds. Fire is beginning to spread. So during this round, what would you like to do?
As soon as I feel like the living room is on fire enough, probably.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna try to run through it.
All right. Yeah, right before the last firewall kind of closes, you're able to make it through. You'll see 2 of these small green figures at the mouth of the cave.
Okay.
Emmeline, you would also Emmeline and Arnold, you would also see these 2 figures who are blocking you. More than anything, they're trying to hold you up till more of their friends come. But they're snarling these large yellow things at you.
Is there some kind of chair I'm passing by?
Yeah.
I pick it up and I swing it threateningly.
All right, roll strength.
Nice.
Oh yeah, made it.
All right, are you rolling threateningly or are you rolling attackingly?
Well, I probably don't make it to them in this round, right?
You could.
Yeah, in
I
that
don't want
case,
to-
I smash it on their skulls.
Nice.
All right. Roll a d2. Or you know what? Just roll a d4.
Okay. One, two.
2.
No, sorry, one.
1. All right, yeah. You're gonna like knock this thing down. There's gonna be a little bit of splinters of wood in his head. He's gonna look dazed, but he's not gonna be completely knocked out. Shara or Arnold?
So I'll probably just step over to the closest one and pull the saber that I have out. I guess you said they both do about the same amount of damage.
Yeah, it's a d6 for just about everything.
So I'll just use the iron dagger since fairies don't like daggers or iron. And I'll just step over and just try and stab it.
All right.
So that is a success. 12 out of 15.
All right. Would you attack the one that was already attacked? Probably. That would be close.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to kill. He'll be hit by a tree and stunned, and you'll be easily able to slice into him.
Okay. And that's for another 4.
All right. Shara, there's still one goblin in front of y'all. One goblin can't block them out this cave.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there enough room for me to run past? Because
you could try to run past.
I'm going to try to run past. I don't like goblins.
All right, this goblin's going to snarl at you, and as you try to run past, he is going to get a bite off on you.
Okay.
So, kind of like one of the worst dog bites you've ever faced. With 6 damage, he's going to be able to. 2 damage. Sorry, they attack in 1s and 2s. He's going to bite like your hamstring as you run past. But you're out in the open. You will see Bo kind of being overrun by goblins with leash in his hand. You also see some smoke rising up from the forest itself.
Okay, I'm going to run towards Elise. My plan is to try to grab her.
Yep. More and more goblins are swarming on Bo.
Okay. I don't care about Bo.
7. All right.
I mean, I do, but not like that.
Yeah, Bo's going to take some damage, which Bo, now being swarmed by about 4 or 5 goblins, he's going to actually lay Elise on the ground and then try to draw a weapon and battle all these goblins that are already on him.
Okay. Good.
I'll note, Emily, Bella, you still burning?
Yeah, mistakenly, I think I'm building a fire wall for my friends when they come by. So I'm probably lost in the forest somewhere, right?
Ooh, yeah.
I would think the goblins would notice their forest on fire. Maybe they'll come this way to put it out.
That is true. Arnold, Emmeline, 1 goblin left in front of you. You can kill it if you want.
But
you have a chair and a sword.
When we have space, we can just run, right?
He will get like opportunity attack against one.
Oh, okay. Then I swing the chair the other way around and try to smash him out of the way. What am I rolling?
D20 strength.
Okay. Yep. No. Yeah, I made it. Mhm.
All right. Yeah, you'll be able to crush him enough for the 2 of you to get by. Once again, you'll see Arnold. You'll see a Bo who's been swarmed with goblins, and Emmeline Elise lying on the ground as he's trying to like shake them off and defend himself.
So what I'll do, I'm gonna when she smashes him with the chair, I'm just gonna kind of run like Usher past, like scooching her along, say, "You are dangerous with that chair," and I'm gonna run over toward Elise.
Not only with that chair.
I'm gonna run toward Elise, laughing, and I'm just gonna try and scoop her right up off the ground, and just keep getting it.
All right, Shara.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. But if he does that, then I will not scoop her, and I will start running towards the way that I think is the way back.
Yeah, I mean, you're closer to the path that you could just take the path back.
Yep.
And when I scoop her up too, I'm gonna shout at Bo. I'm gonna tell him, say, "Hold them for just delay them for a moment. We will wait for you."
All right.
Wow.
All right. We're gonna do a quick chase rule type thing. What's everybody's speed?
My speed?
9.
It's 9.
Is everybody 9?
Yeah, I think it's 9 unless you have a reason not to be 9.
All right.
Yeah, even Bella's 9.
Yeah, you could be a 10 if you're a bandit, but
yeah.
Basically, I'm going to give you a -1 for carrying the girl because you think that might slow you down slightly.
Okay.
But this goblin speed is also 8. So we're going to do a very short chase scene. Bill is being swarmed, but a couple others are going to see the girl, and they recognize the girl as the one that the Earl King had. And I'll give you guys 2 spaces, 2 space lead. Basically, make a speed contest. Arnold. Everyone just try to roll under your speed.
Under your speed.
Under. Okay.
Not your dexterity.
Oh, succeeded.
Right.
7.
I got a 1.
Nice.
I made it.
Is that a critical success speed? Like, gotta get out of here.
Yeah, you're already back at the portal. The goblins have it like they see the fire and they see all these other things happening around. So you're going to get more distance before they choose to chase after you. Let's just do that one more time, and if you guys win again, then y'all are good.
Oh, same thing.
I got a 7. I actually can't believe it.
Now I rolled a 1.
Nice.
Goblins rolled a 1 too, and so a couple are gonna jump out of the forest, but a little bit too late to reach y'all. So you are moving much faster than you would in the normal world anyway. Goblins are still going to be chasing you, but as long as you keep the speed up, you should be able to beat them to the portal before they can reach you. Bo, on the other side, likely will not be so lucky. As more and more goblins
treasure
swarm out. Bo, we probably won't see him anymore. Bela is in an interesting place because when we left Bela, he was trailblazing in the wrong direction.
Well, at some point, I've decided they're going to come towards the fire, so I'm going to head back towards our exit point, right?
All right. You've traveled deep enough. I need to make another wisdom.
Okay. Oh, a 1.
Nice. All right. If you failed that, then
I'm stuck in fairyland.
Yeah, not a great place to be. You'll be at a point where you're burning back, and you know just through this way is the portal. Instead, you come out kind of between where your friends just passed and the goblins. So the goblins are only 1 round away from reaching you. So make a speed chase roll.
Okay, yeah, I definitely run.
Unless you want to detect them.
I rolled a 15, so I think they caught up.
They actually failed also.
Oh.
And so one more time, this will determine if they reach you or not.
Oh,
wait, you're faster than them.
Yeah,
So,
I have a 9 speed.
Yeah, so you'd actually move a little bit ahead. And
But the next one I made it exactly, so I made
Yeah,
it.
all right, yeah, so you'll be able to make it to the portal just in time. The girl and everybody else is there. So would you all like to go back through and travel?
Yeah, Bella would just say, "Oh, where's Bo?"
He is not coming.
Oh, and you see this horrible stricken look on Bella's face.
Stop talking as I rush by, still with my chair.
Ash,
hoop skirts are flouncing.
Yeah, as you step in, kind of in the far distance, you see a horse making its way at great speed.
Uh-oh.
However, you are all able to get into the portal and close it before you can be reached by the Earl King and his mount.
But he will be coming.
Well, so once again, you'll find yourself as this fog traveling over. Once again, you're in this fog world. You can't really be attacked. Nothing else will happen. But it's kind of awkward because you see all of these other small fog creatures traveling to the same area you are. Most of them are rather small. The only noticeable feature are these glowing red eyes in the fog. However, there's also this other being who appears to be mounted, also coming through to your plane. And the awkward thing is this does take a couple minutes to get back to your plane. So this is like a very anticlimactic chase, as you notice that when you get back to the real world, these things will still be after you. I think communication could be enough that you guys could try to have a little bit of a plan what to do right now, if you wanted. But
what are you gonna do with that stone?
Yeah. So I look at Arnaud and I say, "You know what to do, and put her on the horse."
Well, remember the horse won't outrun the revenant, so you probably have to have a stand at.
Right, where are you going?
In the clearing, right?
Yeah, in the clearing that the hag built, and maybe I don't think we have time for you to do your angel thing, but you could try.
I mean, if you start catching it right now, like it can be the sheet after the credits.
That's a no, I guess.
Yeah, I won't bother then.
The problem is putting her on the horse is that she's still groggy. I don't even know if she even knows how to. I'm assuming she knows how to ride a horse, but she's so groggy she probably wouldn't make it.
Well, but you're an expert horseman, so can you take her out of here?
Yeah, you
I can, but I'm not so keen on leaving you, Emmeline, and Sarah.
Well, we'll hold up in the clearing. Maybe either they'll ignore us or they'll kill us.
Yeah, we can't chase you.
And chase you.
I mean, you've been gone for what feels like a couple of hours. In a couple of hours, a good clearing could be made.
Yeah, I think Arnaud, you need to take the girl. Take the stone, take the girl, take the horse. Don't worry about us.
And then we hold out at the clearing.
Yeah, we'll hold out and try to do whatever we can to stop the goblins or whatever. You need to get her out of the forest.
Because for us, the safest place is in the clearing. But you have the stone. The stone will keep them away, hopefully.
That's right.
And we're sure that this horse cannot outrun the revenant horse?
Well, no, it can't. But it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, because I'm saying if y'all are in the clearing with the stone, then he can't do anything if you stand right together. But if I can,
I see. Well, if you want,
running him is not an option.
That's also true. But either way, we have to run eventually.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if I should actually run with the stone and let y'all have it, and then take my chances outrunning him on the horse.
He's not trying to chase you. He wants the girl.
Yeah.
The stone needs to go on the girl.
No, I know that. The girl was going to be on the horse with me.
Yeah, Exactly.
Okay.
Ooh,
Um,
And if you can outrace the night, remember he's active during nighttime, not day. If you can outrace him until the daylight shows, then maybe you'll have enough time to take her to safety outside of forest.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if that's what the
we're
group
also
wants me
gonna
to
try
do, that's what I'll do.
I think we should try to stop the Earl King as well ourselves. We can try to attack him when he comes out. We're not going to win, but we can try to attack him and slow him down.
So, in that case, Bella's got the fire poker, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
I have
and
fire poker. You want to?
sword and dagger, right? So give one of them to me.
So I'm gonna
Or
give
give them to Bella, probably.
I'll give
Bella
the
has
iron dagger
Emily is the one who should give it to you.
to Emily. Yes, and I'm gonna reload my pistol.
I look at you.
I would say, you know what? Screw it. And I'm gonna hand it to Sarah.
Yes.
You only get one shot.
Oh God.
So if you hand it to Sarah, then I would say, oh wait, I have a good luck charm. I believe it is made out of iron. Maybe you could put that into put it in, and maybe when you fire the ball, it will strike him with iron.
Actually, hold on.
What iron good luck charm do you have?
Oh, I have a bunch load of stupid, cheap good luck charms, right?
Yeah, I believe it. You always walk around with like garlic around your neck, and
Yeah, I have the garlic, herbal medicine, worthless trinkets.
Yeah.
One of these is a cheap little piece of iron. Like maybe there's an iron. Oh, do I have an iron marble? That would be perfect.
probably. I like to hear like the idea that you rob all these people of money and then spend all the money on like some swindler who tells you that these supernatural things work.
Yeah. But if there's a cast iron marble or something, that'd be perfect.
At this point, why not?
Here, use this. Load the musket with this.
Okay. Perfect.
So I'll do that and then hand it to her. And I tell Sarah, I say, listen, you only have one shot. Do not, under any circumstance, point it at Emmeline or Bella.
I instinctively duck already.
Yeah, what we're gonna do, the way we're gonna play this out is this is gonna happen a little bit later. I feel like it'd be hard to reload in fog form.
Yeah.
So basically, you would slowly begin descending back through this thick fog, and as you get closer and closer down to the hack house, you realize what seems like hours in the fairy realm has not been nearly that long. Fires have been started, but this area is only 15 feet or so cleared, just because time is moving so slowly here. And you actually see the hag beginning to light other things. So she's still in the process of making it. You all can have time to land and hand her the gun. However, you're slowly aware that in just moments behind you, the rest of these creatures will land.
We have no time.
Yeah, well, Bella can load the gun for me. I think he's take off right away.
I'm thinking maybe we don't even have time for you guys to ride away, so we just need to go to the clearing.
I mean, you can reload gun. Like,
it really doesn't take long if you're skilled with it.
Yeah, you're skilled with it, so you should load it.
Yeah. And then I'll just jump on the horse and haul ass.
Yeah. Very slowly, you'll see a lot of these smoky figures that with red eyes begin coming to the earth, but you'll see their widen, and almost like they're trying to go back. Because goblins' weakness is not to be out in the daylight. So almost as soon as these materialize back into goblin form, they poof back away because of their fairy ban. However, the Earl King will not be quite so lucky. And a couple of moments later, you see this large mounted figure slowly descend to the ground. The three of you who are still here, what are you doing?
I'm gonna walk right up to him.
So this fog is like slowly coalescing on the ground, and you're walking toward it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to. I mean, I can't do the faith thing to the same. I'm assuming this is still the same encounter, so I can't do it again. Yeah. So, but we need to distract. So my plan is once the horse is fully materialized, is I'm going to shoot the horse.
Again, that's not a bad idea.
Well, I don't want them to chase you. That's I'm focused.
No, I totally get it. And a lame horse
all right.
is a slow horse.
That's actually pretty cool. So the Revenant, the horse is going to begin forming on the ground. I think the horse might form even before he does. And so you're going to shoot the horse?
Yeah, I'm going to shoot it with the iron.
All right. Let me check persistent weakness. Sadly, the horse does not have an iron weakness. However, you're shooting point blank, right?
Yeah, I'm going to walk right up to it and shoot it.
Yeah, so I won't even make you roll. Basically, as like the fog begins settling, you already have this pistol pointed like right under the horse's head. So you can just pull the trigger. Roll a damage die.
Okay. D6.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. You're going to kind of be showered in some like black bloody material. Looking up, kind of like a Strength that Carry reference. As this explosion just blows the side of the horse's head off.
Oh God.
And just showers you. And the horse is going to collapse, causing the Earl King to actually fall on the ground.
Okay.
However, he will quickly. Were the Emmeline or Bella going to do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna. While he was manifesting, I was gonna throw a handful of salt, like a salt cloud, where he's supposed to show up. So
Okay.
he's gonna materialize into a salt cloud.
Nice. So now this is Sarah can look pretty creepy because she's covered in like I want to say salt dust. So she's already like pale because she would have been right under this cloud.
Yeah.
And now she has like this black blood splatter all over her.
Metal.
Heavy metal.
She's probably crying because she had to kill the horse, but she didn't faint though.
Well, basically, when this horse appears right in front of you, it's a humorphic revenant, so it's going to look more like death than alive.
Yeah, it's like the Lord of the Rings horses, right?
Oh, okay. I don't feel bad for that.
Yeah, basically, like when it shows up, oh man, roll a faint die.
Yeah. Oh, I faint.
Nice.
Well, I didn't faint the first time, but why am I rolling?
I rushed for you to pick you up.
Well, like I'm saying, like I think seeing this horse right in front of you and then like slaying it.
Oh, I rolled for that one.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. Then you're cool.
I got a 6.
Yeah, you're cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you're kind of standing there, kind of shaking and scared. The Earl King is like coughing and spewing and trying to spit out salt. He's disgusted by it. Like it revolts him. However, I don't think this is the stake to the heart by any means.
No. It's Tobias time. So then I'm looking for where there's a clearing.
The clearing has been formed. So
yeah, I'll drag.
You could run toward it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag whoever's closest to me towards the clearing. If they're just standing there. Otherwise, yeah, Bella is heading towards the clearing.
And you see very quickly that the Teresia, the old woman, is trying to get you there quickly as possible. Emily?
Yeah, go for the clearing.
Clearing? And
Hell yeah.
Shara?
Yeah, I will also go to the clearing. I'd probably pause for a second after this horse drops, and then when the Earl King appears and lands on the ground, it probably spikes me back up, and I hear them yelling, and I turn and I run towards the clearing.
Arnold, with you on the church, with the awakening girl kind of thrown across in front of you, you're going to be riding, hoping to get away. You've already driven a few hundred of yards down the path. However, you hear a gunshot in the distance. What are you thinking as you're riding away from your friends and companions?
Well,
and you hear the gunshot from the girl that you gave the gun to.
I kind of chuckle a little bit and say, I hope she shot the right damn one. And I go, yeah, and then keep going.
All right. After a while, the Earl King, still coated with salt, is you can tell he's very angry. He's going to make his way toward you. He's going to pull out his sword, and you see that Teresa is going to do what she can, buying you time, pour it, like trying to burn more and more, give you as much room as possible, but swing it almost like club-like. He's just going to be able to easily decapitate Teresa. However, as you run past her, she will let you know, I will make more room. Do not worry. As long as you have the stone, you are safe here. He won't be able to reach you with his weapon or use magic on you. With that being said, all of you are in the safety of the forest where he can't reach you. But he does have other ways to attack. He does have magical abilities, and sadly, I believe the thing that blocks his magical ability is now traveling far, far away from you. Does that sound right?
Oh, shit. No, it's not. I have it on my neck.
No.
Are we talking the necklace?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I have it.
No, you don't. Because everybody was saying I needed to take the necklace and the girl and ride so that they couldn't touch
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Blame Daniel.
Looking back in hindsight, if you just would have trusted the girl with the gun, and that she'd be able to kill. However,
it's the girl's idea to do this.
Yep. You all will begin feeling this trembling in your brain once again. The same trembling you felt the first time that you made your way into the forest. This uncontrollable migraine. Do you have a shield spell, Emmeline?
Of course not.
All right. But even looking at you through the edge of the forest, with his mount dead, he will not be able to reach the girl. However, all of you will feel a intense trembling in your head. This intense migraine is going to be the end of all of you. you realize as you're standing, so as the pain gets worse and worse, and he just stands at you.
If that's the case, I'll rush him with the fireplace poker.
Nice.
Die, stupid Earl King.
All right. All of you will have already taken some damage. 11 damage.
Oh.
Might as well go at him with that dagger too.
Yeah.
So Bella is going to go at him.
No, I'm dead.
Ah, shit.
Because I was already damaged.
How's Sarah looking?
Daniel.
Hello.
Daniel, you hear you muted. All right.
Oh, no wonder why. I had a whole thing that was... No, I still have 6 hit points left.
All right.
You have the most. I have 4 left.
Yeah, well, I only took a little bit of him. So, what I have a question, though, because Emmeline's dead, so it doesn't matter. But I can use my Grace in Heaven to allow people to do something they wouldn't normally be able to do. So I was going to try to have her... So, how does she cast her spells? Is it in a book?
How or why? What?
How? I mean, most of your spells are ritual. I can give her a magical hit point to cast something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I could use my Grace in Heaven.
However, she would have to cast it as an incantation, which hurts her.
Okay, so this is what I want to do. Can I use my Grace point to give her all of my hit points and then die?
But I'm absolutely useless.
No, you can cast a spell. He's going to let you do it with the...
I have shit spells. I can't use the one single spell here.
No, he let you do something you can't do.
Yeah, do something you can't do.
He has a special ability. You can do something that you can't do.
Okay.
Like a fireball.
Ability.
Well, so a spell that you'd be able to cast maybe faster or something.
Yeah, my spells are shit, like I said.
Okay.
They're of no use.
Well, then in that case, I'm not going to do that. It doesn't matter. And I'm just going to kneel down in the clearing, and I will pray.
All right. Can you use your point of grace on yourself?
Yep.
All right.
I can. I don't think there's anything I could do. Well,
call down an angel, hopefully, or something. I don't know. They're praying.
I don't have any weapons or anything. I'm gonna run at it, and faith doesn't do anything. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't.
The one thing that you could do with that point of grace is give yourself the ability to cast a shield spell, which would keep.
We'll do it. Well, if I can do that, I mean, would it make more sense for me to give it to Emmeline though? But she's already dead, so I can't, right?
Well, yeah, someone's gonna die, but
that's fine. I would rather that I give her the ability to do it and that my character dies. That makes more sense, I think. Because for me to cast a spell wouldn't make sense. Like, how would I do that?
All right.
Right? Doesn't that make more sense logically? Like, I wouldn't know how to cast a spell.
Yeah. If that's what you want to do, I mean, it's your grace point.
Yeah, I will use it for that. I'll die in her place and allow her to cast the shield spell.
All right.
I have no shield.
Emmeline, it's not your call. That's how you use grace point. Basically, you feel yourself fading, and know that this intense psychic damage will take you out. Wishing that you did know a shield, but all of a sudden you're going to see this divine disc kind of floating around your head, almost like a halo, and this is going to keep you alive. And in your mind, you know that the gypsy didn't cast it. you know that Arnold didn't. So somehow this little girl cast the spell for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you thank her? How do you react to all of a sudden, or what do you think you casted this?
Probably.
All right.
Probably she thinks her guardian demon gave her that opportunity.
And you look over at it, if only this little girl was good enough to be able to cast a spell on herself. You see the gypsy running to confront the old king. You see the small body of Sarah on the ground. Daniel, did you want to do anything more than that for a death scene, or any last words?
Yeah, I mean, I think basically, she gets down on her knees and pulls out her cross and goes deeply into prayer. And then this is what she asked for. She says, God, please save Emmeline in any way that you can. And then, and she sacrifices herself, and then she just falls into the ground, still grasping the gold cross.
Yeah. Once again, you feel this strange ethereal teleportation type thing, feeling yourself ascending over your body. This time it's not nearly as strange because it's, you've been through it before. However, your soul isn't being transported to the other world. It's being transported to the heavens.
Good. So that makes her happy. Sure, she's at rest.
Gypsy.
Yeah.
All right. It's poker versus.
Yeah, I actually hit him.
Nice. You should go ahead and roll d6 damage.
Oh, damn it! Only 4 points.
4. All right. Nice. Earl King is going to come back at you with his sword. His sword is really cool. 14. Yeah, he will hit. He'll only deal 4 damage to you also.
That's enough to kill me.
All right. Yeah, so how did you attack him with this?
Oh, I'm thinking he's like that stupid goblin, so I'm gonna smack him on, like he's probably wearing that helmet with the stupid antlers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna smack him and break one of the antlers off his helmet as I smash it against his helmet.
Nice. Yeah. You'll be able to knock it off. However, as you go high, he's just gonna go for the mid with a slicing blow and just cleave you straight in two.
Yikes.
No, not my best shirt. I curse you, my last breath. I curse you, my gypsy curse. I double curse you.
Actually, you did have a gypsy curse you could have used. That might have helped. But I'll give you your dying breath to actually give him the gypsy curse.
He will be impotent.
Yeah. Basically, this counts as a curse spell. And basically, he gets a penalty to everything. Minus 4 points to one of his skills. Minus 3 on attacks against him.
Yeah, so the minus I'm hoping is all in his betting skills. So
all right.
There you
nice.
go.
Emmeline, you are in the middle of this forest, or of this clearing of the forest. The Earl King will not be able to reach you with magic. However, you've already seen the power of his sword. And he'll sit and watch you for a few minutes. You'll even see him try to cast. However, he'll notice with this halo over your head, you are fairly protected. So you'll see him kind of curse to himself and then walk away.
I collapse in exhaustion. There's nobody here anymore, right?
Yeah,
No.
you're the last one.
Oh God.
Well, the original plan of Arnolt's was to, once I got her to safety and back to where her family was or whatever, which is also going to be where there was no forest, I was going to ride back in with the horse and the stone to try and get the three of you. But it looks like I'll only be bringing back one of you alive.
Yeah. You will be able to return the girl. You will see that the Baron's already set up boat travel far away from the forest. He'll know better than to ask you any questions about Bo, the other PCs who are with you, or the dozen or so soldiers that accompany you in Session 2. And he'll just thank you for all you did and offer you whatever reward you desire.
So they're leaving town, right?
Yep.
Shit, I don't know. Tell him I want to be able to stay at the big house.
He'll just smile and laugh and say, there's no use to us anymore. I must warn you. It offers much too great of a view of the forest. But if it's what you desire, you're free to have it. Would you ride back for your friends?
Yes, that was the plan.
Yep. It would take you. I'd say that you probably caravan at one of the near villages about a day away. Now the sad thing about Bella is, his body would have fell a little bit too close into the forest, probably for Emmeline's own safety. But Emmeline, after the Earl King leaves you and you clap, and you kind of wake up, unknowingly cradling the dead body of Shara.
No! Wow, what a horror!
Is that a sand check? That's a sand check right there.
Do I faint?
You're nowhere near innocent enough to faint. All you can do is sit and wait, or you could try to leave yourself. If you trust leaving the clearing, you can.
No.
No? All right. And the gypsy's body is, a little bit too far into the woods, probably for you to trust to go and give him proper burial.
Yeah, well, there is always a loss, right?
Golly. All right. Arnold, before too long, you'd come back, and you would see probably a very bored-looking Emmeline.
I know, this took very long.
And a peaceful, resting Shara.
I rode as fast as I could, darling. And then I would probably be very sad about Sarah and Bella both, but particularly Sarah. But I will probably put Sarah over the horse and put Emmeline on the horse as well, and lead them out of the forest as quickly as possible with the stone.
Any last words from any other players?
I have a cut scene after they all leave, and this is like maybe 10 years later. You see these peasants talking like, "Did you hear? There's a monkey in the forest with a gold.
Yep. However, in the middle of that clearing of the forest, there is a single tree growing out of a chamber pot.
And there's a monkey in it.
And a monkey swinging in it.
Tiny little forest growing in the middle of the clearing.
Yeah, a tiny little forest growing. All right, and that's where we'll put the end to this campaign. Like I said, you guys picked your own ending, and your ending was saving the girl, and I guess also saving Emmeline.